Okay, so today is my final full day here in Vietnam, and I'm currently waiting to be picked up by the tour that I've booked to go to the Ho Chi tunnels for a few hours, because a few people that I'd met on my trip recommended it, and online it is quite recommended, so I thought I'll take a half-day tour and go up and see it. So I'm going and doing that this morning, and then this afternoon hopefully I'll have a chance to look around the markets and buy myself some souvenirs to take home with me.
To nature. It's not easy to do that by eyes. So identify by eyes. Okay. And sometimes we put a venom of the cobra on the top of the punji. Yes. So if you guys didn't know, they will die. But this cup, we just wanted to make less the quality of the enemy. Yeah.
From some sort
this
of giant
one. Yes, and you can see this one. We call it B-52 bomb craters. 3 eye from the helicopter. It drop to the short tunnels. But this one, this big, if you see the holes here, if you want 3 eye, would you go inside to far visit? No, it's up you.
No.
If you don't go inside, how could you win the war? Next, this one, we call the window trap here. Yes, the window trap. It's in middle here.
So I just fired an American M16 rifle, and yeah, it was something. I mean, this is the only place in Vietnam where you're legally allowed to touch a gun if you're not like government or police forces. But just firing a gun, I've never even touched one before, so this is really weird considering I'm used to firing Nerf guns, not actual guns with bullets, but you can see the dirt spray out where they're hitting, which is really weird. So yeah, but it is bloody loud.
At the time, Vietnamese were very French, and Vietnamese we usually live with relative neighborhoods. For example, my house.
Down we go.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is tiny. Well, these stairs are actually I'm just gonna kill my jeans. Wonder what's down there. How much? 209.
Okay,
20 meters this way. Okay. Oh. Oh, that took it out of my back. We did it!
Oh, you finished? You want to try more?
No, I think that's enough. My back's hurting.
Oh. How about you, miss? Do you want to try more?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Fresh air!
Yeah, fresh.
More like a cucumber, darling.
Yeah,
I love your brother.
Thank you. Honey.
After going through the tunnels, we sat down for a quick coffee break before getting back in the bus and making our way back into Ho Chi Minh City. Overall, I did quite enjoy exploring the Cu Chi Tunnels area. While, yes, it certainly is a bit touristy, after going there I certainly understood why people who I'd met earlier on my trip had recommended this to me, as honestly I really did enjoy the experience. Our guide also made this a really enjoyable experience as well. He was really friendly, and although I think I knew a fair bit before coming into this, as I'm a bit of a history nerd, I learned loads from him about the history of this period, and it was also just really amazing to listen to him talking about daily life in Ho Chi Minh City as well. When the tour was over, I was dropped off near the city centre, and I spent most of the afternoon just wandering around and exploring a few of the markets in the area. Though I didn't really feel much of that, so I can't really show you what that was like. final proper night, not just Ho Chi Minh but all of Vietnam, and honestly can't believe that it's pretty much over now. Like, after all that, I'm finally at the end, but hey, I mean, there are worse ways to spend your final night here. So it's my last morning here in Vietnam. My flight leaves in about 15 hours. It leaves just after midnight tonight, so yeah, it's going to be a long day / days because also I've got all of today to get through, and the flight which leaves after midnight, and that flies through the night to my next destination, and that's about 6 hours. But me being me, I don't sleep on planes, and it lands at the next destination about 8 in the morning. So I've then got basically a whole other day where I'm wide awake before I can actually go to bed again. So yeah, it's going to be a very long day for me, but hey, it's definitely going to be an interesting day, since hopefully this afternoon after I've checked out I have a chance to go and look at a few more places around Ho Chi Minh City, and then I'll head to the airport early and relax a bit there, and when I get to my destination, the hotel there said I can drop off my bags and leave them there, so I'll have a chance to explore there. So yeah, honestly, this Capture Hotel has been really comfortable. Like, everyone gives Capture Hotels a lot of hell, as saying they're coffins and all that, but it really doesn't feel like one. I mean, it's pretty tall, you know, leaning on one side I can't reach the other side, and it's perfectly long. So yeah, most of them really aren't as bad as people say. I mean, this one's got a bunch of fancy stuff on it. Like, you got, you know, USBs, you can change the brightness of the light, and then there's a, so on that one there's a extra light up there, and then that obviously locks the door. 2 USBs. The info on here is a bit off. I don't know if you can see it on camera. It says it's 7:12. It's actually a bit later than that, but for some reason it says that, so yeah. And there's also a TV, but I haven't used that. But yeah, honestly, this capture hotel's been pretty good. After I checked out of my hotel, I took a grab from where my hotel was over to the War Remnants Museum, and while I had spent all of yesterday morning learning all about the Vietnam War, I decided to come here as well because, unlike the Ho Chi tunnels, which focuses mostly on the military side of it, while the War Remnants Museum of course does have a lot of hardware like you can see here, inside it very much focuses a lot more on the human perspective, and that's something I really wanted to learn a lot more about for the Vietnam War. I do just want to say that for anyone who does think of coming to this museum, there are a number of rather graphic photos here, so please just be aware of that because they are very much not easy to look at. So the War Remnants Museum was really interesting, and it was quite a difference to see the Vietnam War through the views of the Vietnamese people instead of the Americans like we're always taught in schools. And it was honestly really interesting. It's about maybe 2 hours out of your day because it's not the biggest museum in the world, but yeah, I'd definitely recommend it. But I've now walked over to the Reunification Palace, and in just a moment I will be going in there and exploring that, so let's go. The War Remnants Museum, they actually have a number of military vehicles here at the Reunification Palace, because this was obviously one of the most pivotal locations during the North Vietnamese Army's conquest of South Vietnam. And there's obviously the famous photo of a tank busting down the front gate of the palace as Saigon, or well, then Saigon, now Ho Chi Minh City, was captured by the North Vietnamese Army. And over here, look, we have 2 tanks, and according to the sign, these are basically the exact same models of the 2 tanks that were known to have driven down the front gate and driven into the grounds on that day in 1975. So while these aren't the actual tanks, these are the same model of tanks and exactly how they would have looked that day, which is quite interesting. I actually have a model of this type of tank here in the foreground, because that one's called a Type 59, and I have a model of that at home.
Em chụp Canon sau đi quen là
And that is the reunification palace done. I mean, again, I only spent about an hour in there, but it was interesting to see. But now I am heading towards the Bitexco Financial Tower. Well, I think that's what it's called. But it's that one up there. And that's sometimes referred to as the Avengers Tower of Ho Chi Minh City, because from the right angle, it does look a little bit like the tower from the Avengers films.
Oh wow.
Always kind of funny when you come up to a building like this and you can look down and look at the places where either earlier today or in other days you've actually gone and walked, because I can see a number of places within Ho Chi Minh City that I've walked over today and yesterday. I mean, I can even see the reunification palace over there from where I was earlier today, so you can really see just how much you've walked on these trips, and just seeing it all from a different perspective, it's just really interesting to see it like this. I'm really going to be doing in Vietnam, but what a way to go. Seen so much of Vietnam in one go. I'm glad I decided to save this building until last, because just wow. Well, I kind of wish I didn't have to, but it's now time for me to go down and get something to eat, then head back to the hotel and get my things before going to the airport. It's just so hard to believe this is the end. I mean, I've been here for so long that it just feels weird that I'm now at the end of the journey, but oh well. Thank you, Vietnam, for what a great adventure it's been. And just like that, it was time to make my way to the airport and say goodbye to Vietnam. Despite the fact that my trip wasn't over yet and I still had another amazing destination to look forward to, I was still quite sad to be leaving, because this is the longest amount of time I've ever spent in another country, and I've honestly just loved absolutely every minute of it. Vietnam has been unlike any other country I've been to before, and it's really been such an adventure to be able to explore so many places here. And my only real regret is that I didn't have more time here in which I could have seen even more areas of Vietnam. As sad as I was to be saying goodbye to Vietnam, I was also really excited, because the journey wasn't over just yet and I was heading to the airport to fly to another destination, and this is somewhere that I've been dreaming of travelling to for years now. So make sure you stick around for the next video, because although my time in Vietnam may be over, the journey is certainly not over just yet.